Welcome chess lovers. In this video I'm going to show you a game in which my opponent plays London system and he almost got me until I found an amazing resource. Let's start with the game. The game starts with d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6 and bishop f4, which is the London system, and e6. Usually at this point in London system people play this move and develop the knight here, and then this knight comes here. But my opponent directly goes with first knight d2 and after bishop d6. Usually they play these moves, but my opponent directly goes with the knight e5. I thought before my opponent plays these moves and strengthen this center, I should play c5, and I did not want to let him have this very solid center. So my opponent didn't capture it and he plays e3. I take it, takes back, and now I castle. He plays c3. I develop my knight and he brings his knight to f3. Now I have one last bishop which I need to develop, but it is a mistake. It loses a pawn and my opponent sees it and he grabs the pawn because this bishop is hanging now. I have to take this because I already have lost a pawn, and now he captures the bishop. And after this, losing one pawn wasn't enough and I play knight a5, which is another mistake, but my opponent didn't see it. My idea was to bring it here, but my opponent had a very beautiful move which he didn't see, and he brings his bishop back. He could play knight to e5, attacking my rook, and this rook cannot go anywhere. If it comes here or here, it can be taken by the bishop. So after this move, I will be laid down, but my opponent didn't see it. The game continues with the knight c4. My idea to play knight c4 was that after my opponent takes it here, I can open this diagonal and I might have some counterplay. My opponent did capture the knight, I capture it back, and now he castles and I bring my bishop to c6. Now my idea is to make this battery, and maybe at some point I will have some mating chance. My opponent attacks my rook and I should have played this move to defend this pawn, but I didn't see it during the game and I bring it back and I lose one more pawn, and now I am 2 pawns down. You can see the evaluation bar, it is plus 2.7. I do not believe so much in evaluation bar because I think below 2000 rating it doesn't matter. Pawns do not matter so much. You can have a comeback even after losing 1 or 2 pawns. But the problem was that I am losing a trade as well now, but luckily I had this amazing move which threatens a checkmate, and now he cannot capture the rook. He cannot save the checkmate with this move because I will capture the knight. So he has to bring his knight back and he plays knight f4. Now I cannot deliver this checkmate. So my queen is attacked. I play queen e4. He plays f3, attacking the queen. I bring my queen back and he develops his queen. My pawn is attacked. I save it. He plays a4. Takes. At this point he could have simplified the position by taking this rook, and he is already 2 pawns up. Pawns do matter in the end game. If you are in the middle game, then pawns do not matter so much in the lower rating range. So he did not capture it and he plays g4, attacking my queen. And this move, although you can see evaluation bar, it is not a mistake, but it has exposed his king, which you will see later in the game how it affects him. I bring my queen back and now he plays. Now you can see the evaluation bar. This is a big mistake. It is a blunder. And why is it a blunder? Because now his king has a lot of weaknesses and my queen can enter. I offer a knight raid. He captures back, and now I am looking for this penetration. He plays f5 and now this bishop also has this open diagonal, and all of a sudden, even if he is 2 pawns up, you can see the evaluation bar is telling this position is equal. But for me, I was thinking that I have some counterplay. Now his king is very weak and I might be able to attack it, and I directly go with the queen f5 with the ideas of coming here or here when his queen moves, and this happens instantly. He plays queen f2, which is a big mistake. Now I had an amazing move here which was bringing my queen to e4 and threatening this checkmate, but I did not see it and I deliver a check. And now the position is again equal or a little better for white. He defends it and now I bring my queen to e2, and my opponent is looking for a queen trade. He knows that his position is weak, his king is weak, and he wants a queen trade. But no, this time I do not go back for the same check, but I found the right idea and I play it. Now to stop this checkmate, there are only 2 ways. Either he should offer the queen trade or he should free up this square for the king to run after I give this check. So he plays queen g2. Why he cannot play this move? Because after captures, he loses the rook and I am simply a rook up. So queen g3, and now if I give this check, the king can run away and I do not have any attack. There is no more check as well. So the right idea is first capture this rook, and after he captures back, now you can give this check and win the rook back. This is what happens in the game, and after this the game is almost over. My opponent doesn't have any counterplay, but he continues to play with this move. I take this another pawn and the king starts running this check, and now I play g6 so that this king doesn't have any square. My opponent now plays h3 so that he doesn't lose another pawn, and now I offer a queen trade, because as long as the queen is on the board, he can avoid checkmate, and if he trades the queen, then the position becomes much more simpler. If he hadn't traded the queen, for example if he goes for something like this, then I can play this move. Now this mate is unstoppable. He captures the queen and I capture it back, and now I am a rook up, but he has 2 extra pawns. That is why he keeps playing. Otherwise maybe he would have resigned right away. King g3, bishop e2, and now he tries to push the pawns. Rook to a1, I want this pawn and make another queen. Check, captures, g6, check, c3, captures c2, and I make another queen. And this is when my opponent resigns, because he has only one move. If he plays this, it is a mate in 1, and the second move is this, which is also a checkmate. Thanks for watching.